carry the weight of glances, but never asked to know me. Every assumption landed before the truth could breathe. I try to stand in patience while my name changed shape, but correction only fed the noise, so I chose escape. Not the kind that runs from pain, but the kind that steps aside when defending your intentions costs more than your pride. I watch the storm form quietly around a version of my face, and realized I didn't need to stay inside that place. Then came the calm after being misjudged, like a breath I've been holding too long. The moment I stopped correcting a story, everything felt still and strong. The calm after being misjudged, no bitterness, no disguise, just clarity settling in where the noise used to rise. I learned how peace arrives slowly when you stop arguing with lies, when you let the truth exist without asking it to justify. Some people need you smaller to protect the shape of their view. I didn't shrink or harden, I just withdrew. There's a strange relief in knowing it was never about you. That misunderstanding sometimes is a choice others choose. I stopped measuring my worth by their shifting belief, and felt the tension leave my chest like quiet relief. The calm after being misjudged isn't loud or proud. It doesn't need witnesses, it doesn't need a crowd. It's the silence that remains when you finally let go of needing to be seen clearly by those who never would. I kept my posture steady, I didn't rewrite my past. I let the false versions fade, I let the moment pass. There's power in allowing what isn't yours to fix. Some truths stand tall without being explained. Now my steps feel lighter, my thoughts move slow and clear. I speak less but with purpose, I listen without fear. What belongs to me stays close, what doesn't drifts away. The calm didn't come from winning, it came from walking away. The calm after being misjudged is the quiet that feels earned, not a lesson taught aloud, but one deeply learned. I didn't lose myself, I found where I stand. In the stillness that followed, I became my own defense. I learned to move quietly, not out of fear but clarity. Some journeys lose their meaning when they need to be seen. I stopped announcing steps, stopped looking over my shoulder. What I carry walks with me, it doesn't ask for exposure. I used to measure progress by the eyes that followed me, by the nods and recognition. I thought I needed to believe, but growth happens in silence, where no one keeps the score. Some distances are crossed when no one's watching anymore. I'm walking without witnesses, no applause, no defense, no one documenting what this cost or what it meant. I'm walking without witnesses, and somehow I feel whole. Some paths are meant for healing, not for being told. There's a freedom in moving forward without explaining the why, when the only approval left is the one you don't deny. I don't trace my reflection in every passing face. I let the road respond to me at its own pace. I've learned how solitude sharpens what is true, how noise distorts intention when it's always in view. So I keep my steps honest, I keep my center still. Not every transformation needs a public will. I'm walking without witnesses through days that don't announce their meaning in the moment, but settle in with time. I'm walking without witnesses, and that's where I belong. When the work is quiet but the roots are strong, I don't leave marks for memory, I don't carve my name. I trust the direction without needing proof or claim. What I've learned stays with me even when unseen. Some strength is built alone in between. Validation somewhere far behind, when I realize the deepest shift happened in the mind. No audience to measure me, no mirror left to plead, just a steady forward motion and inner peace. I'm walking without witnesses, not lost, not concealed, just choosing a life that doesn't need to be revealed. If no one sees the progress, if no one marks the day, that doesn't make it smaller, it makes it real. I let the numbers talk. I used to feel the pressure to justify every move, to explain the direction. But explanations fluctuate, opinions rise and fall. I learned early on to let the numbers talk. I stay focused on the process when the noise got loud, while others chased impression, I stayed heads down. I didn't argue perception, I didn't shape the frame. I trusted accumulation over saying my name. I let the numbers talk, no speeches in advance, no promises written before the outcome had a chance. I let the numbers talk, they don't exaggerate, they don't explain themselves, they demonstrate. I watch how words can inflate whatever it hasn't earned, how confidence gets borrowed before the lessons learned. But numbers stay impartial, they don't care who you are, they reflect what you've done exactly as it was. There were long stretches of silence where nothing felt confirmed, just consistency repeating while attention drifted elsewhere. No reassurance waiting, no signal from the crowd, just quiet discipline heading up. I let the numbers talk when doubt tried to speak. I didn't raise my voice, I stayed consistent. I let the numbers talk because truth compounds. It doesn't need defense, it breaks ground. I learned that progress doesn't rush, it stacks one day at a time. It doesn't react to pressure or follow someone else's line. You don't negotiate results, you don't persuade the scale. You either stay committed or you didn't. Now when questions surface, I don't explain my stance, I point to what was built, let it stand. No commentary follows, no effort to persuade. The record holds its shape, unchanged. I let the numbers talk and the noise falls away. Arguments lose relevance when facts remain. I let the numbers talk, they don't compete, they quietly end debates with certainty. This isn't arrogance or distance or hiding behind proof. It's respecting reality and how it moves. I didn't silence conversation, I refined my time. I stayed with the work and let the counter line. I let the numbers talk because they don't perform, they don't bend to attention, they hold their form. No need to raise my voice, no need to explain. I let the numbers talk and I remain. I felt the moment coming long before it showed, when staying felt heavier than carrying what I know. Every question waited for answers I could give, but I realized explaining wasn't how I wanted to live. I said enough in fragments, in patience and in time, but meaning kept dissolving every time I tried. explaining why. No statement left behind, not out of anger or escape, just choosing peace of mind. Gone without explaining why. No final words to say. Some truths don't need permission to walk away. I noticed how expectations cling tighter than regret, how every explanation becomes another net. They wanted resolution, packaged and defined, but my clarity didn't fit inside their timeline. I learned that silence can be honest without being unkind, that distance is an absence when you're still alive. I didn't know the ending to every open ear. Some departures are personal, not meant to be clear. Going without explaining why. I let the noise fade out. Not everything unfinished is something to doubt. Going without explaining why. No blame, no disguise. I trusted what I felt more than what I justified. There's dignity in leaving softly without rewriting the past, and knowing when the moment has already passed. I didn't erase the meaning, I didn't deny the cost. I just stopped turning myself into something lost. Now I move without rehearsing what I might defend, no longer shaping truth to make it land. What matters travels with me, what doesn't stays behind. I didn't vanish suddenly, I realigned. Gone without explaining why, and I don't feel unfinished. The silence feels intentional, calm, deliberate. Gone without explaining why. No echo, no reply. Sometimes the clearest answer is choosing not to try. I didn't leave in fragments, I left intact, with my balance steady and my path intact. This wasn't disappearance, this wasn't goodbye. I was simply gone without explaining why. I've spoken to the open, where sound should have returned, but every word I offered was something no one learned. The walls stay perfectly still, the air refused to move. I realized I wasn't hurt, I was just passing through. I waited for a response, for something to reflect, but silence held its distance and made the message clear. Some spaces don't repeat you, no matter how you try. take your voice once and let it die. No echo followed me when I stepped away. No trace of what I carry, no reason left to stay. No echo followed me, and that told me enough. If nothing answers back, you stop giving so much. I used to think persistent would carve a deeper sound, that if I stayed long enough, something would come around. But effort without return teaches you a truth. Some rooms absorb your presence and leave no proof. I stopped speaking to fill space, start waiting to be known. Not every silence is empty, some are overgrown. I let the quiet stand as it was, without trying to explain. I took my meaning with me, unchained. No echo followed me, not regret, not relief, just clarity settling in, quiet and complete. No echo followed me, no question left behind. I didn't lose my voice, I reclaimed my time. There's a peace in leaving places where nothing comes back, where your words fall forward but never leave a mark. I didn't slam the moment shut, I didn't make a sound. I simply noticed the absence and turned around. Now I choose where I speak, where resonance exists, where listening isn't conditional and presence persists. I don't waste breath on emptiness, I don't shout to be seen. If no echo answers me, I leave it clean. No echo followed me, and that's how I knew. Some exits don't need closure, they explain themselves to you. I walk without resentment, without needing proof. The silence was the message. I noticed how my silence started feeling like a crime, how every boundary I placed was questioned over time. I stayed longer than I should've, trying not to disappoint, but staying began to cost me more than leaving ever could. I watched myself grow careful with every word I'd say, not to be honest, but to keep the peace in place. That's when I understood something had to shift. Distance wasn't punishment, it was a gift. I chose distance, Not out of anger, not from pride, I chose distance so I could hear myself inside. I chose distance when closeness asked too much. Sometimes space is the only way to stay in touch. I learned our presence fade when respect doesn't stay. How giving everything still isn't enough to make them stay. I wasn't asking for perfection, just room to breathe, but every step toward myself felt like betrayal to them. So I stopped negotiating peace with my own sense of right. I didn't announce my leaving, I just stopped the fight. Distance became the answer when words fell apart. Not a wall around my heart, but a line to protect it. I chose distance because staying felt untrue. I chose distance to remember what I knew. I chose distance when explaining never helped. I didn't lose connection, I chose myself. There's clarity in stepping back without slamming any door, and realizing you don't owe access to everyone anymore. I didn't disappear suddenly, I just changed my pace. I needed space to stand upright in my own place. Now I move without pressure, without needing to prove that my choices make sense to anyone but me. I carry less tension, I speak when it's right. Distance didn't make me colder, it gave me love. I chose distance, and the noise fell away. I chose distance, and my thoughts finally stayed. This wasn't abandonment, this wasn't defense, it was self-respect, learning where to end. I chose distance, and I don't explain it now. Those who understand silence will understand how I didn't walk away empty, I didn't lose direction. I stepped back just far enough to feel whole again. I chose distance. I felt the pause arrive before the thought was done. Every word ahead of me, already way too much. I knew where it was going, I'd walked that road before, explaining just to be reduced to something smaller than I was. I watched the moment forming, the familiar shape of doubt, where meaning starts to thin the longer you stay it out. So I stopped right in the middle of something I could finish. Not everything unfinished is weakness. I was leaving mid-sentence, not because I had no more to say, but because staying would have turned my truth into something I couldn't recognize. I was leaving mid-sentence before the point was rearranged. Some exits protect the meaning by refusing to explain. believe clarity came from saying it all, but some rooms don't want understanding. They want control. Every follow-up question was already decided. They weren't listening forward, they were waiting to divide it. So I trust the interruption, the instinct to let it end. I didn't need a conclusion to validate what I meant. I let the silence take over where my voice would have been. Sometimes walking away early is how you keep it intact. I was leaving mid-sentence with my breath still calm. No race tone, no final point, no argument drawn. I didn't know the ending to ears already closed. Some statements lose their power when they're fully exposed. There's a dignity in stopping before you're misunderstood, and letting your absence say what words never could. I didn't slam the moment shut, I didn't burn a bridge. I simply stepped out of the line before it shifted. Now I choose when to finish and when to let it fall. Not every thought deserves an audience at all. What I carry doesn't fade because I left it unsaid. Some truths remain strongest when they're protected. I was leaving mid-sentence and I don't regret the pause. I kept my center steady, I followed my own laws. This wasn't escape or silence born from fear or defense. It was self-respect deciding where to end the sentence. They heard, but never listened. I spoke in measured tones so nothing would be lost. Every word was chosen carefully, knowing what it cost. I wasn't asking for agreement, just a moment to be seen. But attention doesn't equal understand. I watched their eyes stay open while their focus drifted away. Nods came at the right moments, but nothing really stayed. They heard the sound of my voice, not the way it carried through. Some people collect words without ever letting them move. They heard but never listened, never leaned into the truth. They waited for the ending before the meaning even grew. They heard but never listened, only enough to respond, not enough to be changed or to see where I was coming from. I tried different ways of saying it, softer, slower, clear. But comprehension isn't volume, it's presence, and that was never here. Every pause I left for honesty was filled with assumptions. I realized being patient wasn't the same as being heard. So I stopped shaping my thoughts to fit the room I was in. You can't force connection where attention is thin. I learned a hard distinction between sound and care, between someone being there and someone truly there. said that'd be the end. I didn't sharpen my sentences to convince them again. I didn't raise my voice, I didn't make a scene. I accepted the silence between what was said and what was seen. There's a calm in releasing the need to be received, and knowing your true stand even when it's not believed. I kept my words intact, I didn't let them break. I carried them away with me unchanged. Now I speak more selectively. I notice who leans in, who listens past the surface and lets the meaning sink. I don't waste my breath anymore trying to prove their hearing isn't listening, and listening is rare. They heard but never listened, and that taught me enough to choose my quiet carefully and protect what's mine. Some truths don't need repetition to prove they exist. They only need the right ears to persist. I didn't know an explanation. I stood in the pause where answers were expected. Every look felt like a question I was meant to correct. They waited for my reasons like I owed them a defense, but my silence held a truth that didn't need consent. I'd spent too many nights polishing every phrase, trying to make my boundaries easier to translate. But the more I explained myself, the less of me remains. So I stopped breaking clarity into pieces they could rearrange. I didn't know an explanation for choosing where I stand, for protecting what I carry with an open, steady hand. I didn't know an explanation for stepping out of line. Some choices are personal before they're ever justified. Curiosity can disguise control, how understanding is demanded but rarely made whole. Every time I spoke my truth, it was waived and redesigned, so I let it stay untouched and kept in mind. There's a strength in letting go of the need to be agreed with, and trusting your own compass when the crowd insists. I didn't raise my voice, I didn't disappear, I simply stopped performing for ears that wouldn't hear. I didn't know an explanation for my absence or my calm, for choosing distance over another compromise. I didn't know an explanation for walking at my pace. Not every path needs permission to be valid. I watch relief replace the tension in my chest when I stop offering access to every request. My boundaries grew quieter, but they finally held. I learned that clarity doesn't need to yell, and I move without rehearsing what I might be asked. No defensive posture, no revisiting the past. What I carry makes sense to me, and that is enough. Some truths are meant to be lived, not justified. I didn't owe an explanation, and I don't regret the space. I left behind confusion and reclaimed my place. This wasn't distance out of pride or silence out of fear. It was self-respect, steady and clear. I didn't ask for attention, didn't frame the scene. I worked where nothing echoed, where effort stayed unseen. No one tracking progress, no one counting days. Just commitment meeting resistance in a quiet way. I learned early that witnesses change the shape of truth, that performance creeps in slowly when I stay on you. So I remove the audience, let discipline remain. Something sharp and better without a name. No witnesses, just evidence. No story told in advance. No promises written before the outcome had a chance. No witnesses, just evidence. What stands doesn't need defense. Results don't raise their voices, they don't convince. I watch out all creation fog around unfinished ground. How intention weakens when it's passed around. So I kept my circle narrow, let action speak alone. Evidence doesn't explain itself, it's shown. There were stretches of doubt where nothing looked alive. No signal from the outside that I'd arrived. But consistency remembers even when no one does. It records every hour without applause. No witnesses, just evidence. No applause when it began. I didn't borrow confidence from another man. No witnesses, just evidence. When it finally appeared, it didn't ask to be trusted. It was clear. I stopped defending direction before it had weight. Stop reacting to timelines that weren't mine to meet. I let time do the judging, let effort speak clean. What survives repetition doesn't need to be seen. Now when something stands complete, it carries its own proof. No explanation attached, no edited truth. I don't need agreement, I don't need consent. The work answers quietly with evidence. No witnesses, just evidence. And that's the calm I keep. I didn't chase validation, I stayed deep. No witnesses, just evidence. No echo, no scene. Some results are our strongest when no one intervenes. This wasn't secrecy or fear or hiding away. It was respect for the process and letting it say what words never could, what noise only bends. I let the work remain silent until the end. No witnesses, just evidence. That's the line I chose. I stayed invisible in the making, invisible in the close. No speech is written, staged, only proof left standing where effort stayed. Let the outcome answer. I learned to step back slowly. When questions filled the air, every voice wanted a reason, every doubt wanted repair. But explanations started thinning the more I tried to give. So I chose a different language. I chose how I live. Watch how words can circle without ever landing true. How talking feeds uncertainty when action's overdue. So I stopped defending effort before it had a shape. I stayed inside the process and let patience take its place. Let the outcome answer what debate never could. Let the outcome answer if the work was real or good. Let the outcome answer without noise or demand. Some truths are unfinished when you let them stand. I notice how expectation pulls it unfinished ground, how premature attention weakens what it's found. So I let silence guard the work while time did what it does. I trusted steady movement more than borrowed applause. There were moments of uncertainty when nothing seemed to change. No signal of direction, no proof to rearrange. But consistency has memory. It remembers every day and returns what you invested in its own way. Let the outcome answer. I didn't rush the air, I didn't fight perception or try to bend. Let the outcome answer. When timing felt unclear, I stayed with the effort and removed the fear. I learned that clarity doesn't come from explaining first. It arrives when something stands complete and earned. Results don't negotiate, they don't ask to be believed. They don't argue their presence, they simply exist. Now when something settles, it doesn't speak for me. It doesn't need translation, it carries its own gravity. No commentary follows, no justification plan. The work introduces itself and that's enough. Let the outcome answer and the noise falls away. Questions lose their urgency once there's something to display. Let the outcome answer and silence feels aligned. I didn't stop caring, I refined my time. This isn't withdrawal or pride or stepping out of sight. It's trust in the process and respect for timing. I didn't avoid the question, I delayed the sound. I let the result rise and speak when it was found. Let the outcome answer. That's the discipline I chose. I stayed invisible during the work, invisible in the close. No need to speak early, no need to explain. I let the outcome answer and remain the same. I stayed out of the picture on purpose, on my own, while progress took its time in places no one goes. I didn't share the outline, I didn't hit the end. Some things need protection while they're still being built. I watch how early attention changes what you make, how noise leaks into focus and patience starts to break. So I work beneath the surface, let repetition decide. I kept my vision quiet and my effort alive. Invisible until it's finished, no previews, no display. I let the process stay intact without getting in its way. Invisible until it's finished, no pressure to be seen. Some things grow stronger when they're kept unseen. I learned how expectations can rush what needs to breathe, how outside opinions rewrite what you believe. So I move without commentary, no updates in between. I trusted the direction I couldn't yet explain. There were long stretches of silence where nothing looked like change, just commitment showing up again and again. No validation waiting, no sign it would land. Just the quiet confidence of staying with the plan. Invisible until it's finished, I didn't chase the light. I stayed consistent in the dark, let time do what it does right. Invisible until it's finished, no one knew the scale. Because unfinished things don't need detail. I noticed how clarity sharpens when there's nothing to prove, how focus holds its shape when it's not in view. I didn't disappear, I conserve my energy. Some progress works best in privacy. Now when it finally stands there, it doesn't ask to be believed. It carries its own balance, solid and complete. No explanation follows, no context required. What grew in silence arrived refined. Invisible until it's finished, and I wouldn't change a thing. I protected the becoming. I used to feel the pressure to explain the way I move, like silence needed subtitles, like effort needed proof. Every pause felt questioned, every call misunderstood, until I realized I didn't need to be understood. I watched how noise competes for a moment in the room, how confidence gets louder when it's still unsure. I stepped away from that rhythm, let intention settle down. Some strength shows up quietly when you don't announce the sound. Nothing to prove out loud, no need to clarify. I let my actions stay consistent and let time reply. Nothing to prove out loud, I don't raise my hand. What's built with patience doesn't need to be explained. I stopped defending choices that were already clear to me. Stop spending energy on borrowed scrutiny. I learned that certainty doesn't argue its case. It stands firm in its posture and keeps its pace. There's a calm that follows when you stop performing belief, when you trust your own direction without seeking relief. I didn't lower my standards, I stopped advertising them. Some paths are meant to be walked, not explained. Nothing to prove out loud, no statements left to make. I let results settle in at their own way. Nothing to prove out loud, no race to be seen. Consistency doesn't rush, it stays unseen. I noticed how validation can interrupt the work, how chasing reassurance blurs what you're here to build. So I stay focused when attention drifted away. Let discipline speak daily in a quiet way. Now when something finishes, it doesn't ask for trust. It carries its own evidence, solid and just. No context needed, no reasons aligned, and the work introduces itself in its own time. Nothing to prove out loud, and nothing feels withheld. I'm not adding progress, I'm letting it develop. Nothing to prove out loud, no words to explain. I don't need the echo to know how I remain. This isn't distance or pride or stepping out of view. It's knowing where I'm going and staying true. I didn't stop believing, I refined how I stand. Some truths don't need volume to be understood. Nothing to prove out loud, and that's the release. When you stop arguing with doubt and let effort speak. I don't need permission, I let the work arrive, nothing to prove out loud. I stopped listening for footsteps behind every step I made. Stop checking for approval at the end of every day. I learned how easily focus fades when you wait to be seen. So I let my progress happen in between. I watched how noise demands a reaction, how praise can bend intent, how moments lose their meaning once they're publicly spent. want my effort tied to claps or hands. I wanted something solid that would stand. No applause required, no hands in the air. I don't need a response to know I'm there. No applause required, no moment to stage. I trust the work itself to mark the page. I used to measure movement by recognition earned, but validation changes shape the moment it's returned. So I stepped away from the mirror, from the urge to be affirmed, and learned to feel complete before the world confirmed. There's a calm in finishing quietly and letting it exist without anticipation, without a lid. No one needs to notice for it to be real. Some things are felt fully before they're revealed. No applause required, no signal to proceed. I don't borrow confidence from what others see. No applause required, no echo to chase. What's built with discipline holds its place. I learned that satisfaction doesn't shout or demand. It settles in the body like a steady hand. When you stop waiting for permission to feel aligned, you realize how much peace is already mine. I don't rush the outcome, I don't announce the win. I let it arrive naturally and settle in. What matters doesn't fade if it's not displayed. Some rewards are quieter, but they stay. No applause required, and nothing feels lost. I didn't trade substance for sounding accomplished. No applause required, I stand by what I've done. I don't need a reaction when the work is done. This isn't distance or detachment or moving unseen. It's self-trust replacing what attention had been. I didn't lower my aim, I refined my pace. I let the work finish and leave its trace. No applause required, that's the ground I keep. I don't need the noise to feel complete. Some victories are private, some outcomes are required. I did the work fully, no applause required.